I've said it once, I will say it 1,000 times more. Horror is my favorite style of fiction, and I absolutely love it when it's applied to fantasy. I still remember being a kid holding my breath when Aang was dealing with Ko the Face Stealer, or when I was playing Heavenly Sword and watching King Bohan turn into a Shadow Crow demon, or my most recent inspiration, Baldur's Gate 3 with the Dark Urge storyline and all the phenomenally evil content in there. I just think that the mystery and vast opportunities of fantasy merge so well with the investigations of the occult and the horrific. Horror is meant to explore the darker and more traumatic sides of reality, and fantasy is of course meant to exaggerate reality. So that then led me to naturally merge horror into my fantasy series, Blood of Once Blood, and this gave birth to a monster that I'm ecstatic to talk about today, the Planeswalker Panther. This horrific creature makes its first appearance in my 6th book, a 1,000-page epic called By Right of Conquest. It's actually right here. I have a Kickstarter active right now, and I only need a few more backers to reach the goal. Go ahead and check it out for signed copies, custom artwork, and even the chance to make your own dragon. I'll leave a link below. But, like I said, within By Right of Conquest is the Planeswalker Panther. I worked with the phenomenal artist NoubeNox to bring it to life, and it's intricately tied into the lore and mysticism of my world. The Panther lives exclusively on the Crumbling Rock, the magically radioactive ruins of a once great super civilization called Senantis. The people of Senantis dabbled in crystal sorcery and genetic mutations, leading them to experiment with blood magic. This profane obsession eventually resulted in the explosive destruction of Senantis, leaving behind a series of islands filled with magically warped creatures. The Planeswalker Panther is one such of these creatures, twisted by the malevolent blood magic that permeates the ruins' air. It eternally stalks the islands of the Crumbling Rock with an insatiable bloodlust, and is one of the great fears of explorers. Members of the Grand House Prey have explored the islands for generations, becoming experts on the Crumbling Rock's predators and pitfalls. But even they hope to never cross the Panther. Visually, I wanted to make sure it seemed corrupted and barely held together, but also incredibly strong and dominant, a contradictory, uncanny presence. It has bones sticking out of it, sinewy, tearing skin connecting its wings, a fleshless face, and crimson crystals jutting from its body. At the same time, though, it has these bulging muscles, a powerful stance, and the arm of a fresh kill in its saber-toothed jaws. I was highly inspired by the zombie bear from Annihilation, one of the most terrifying horror creatures I have ever seen. And for you D&D fans out there, another one of my big inspiration was the Displacer Beast. That comes into the Panther's powers, actually. See, the Planeswalker Panther technically does and doesn't exist. It is a part of a category of beings that are unexistent. Think of how undead in D&D walk the space between living and deceased. The Planeswalker Panther is much like that, but existentially uncertain. A bit of Schrodinger's horror. And due to its existentially ambiguous nature, the Panther can jump between timelines and realities. You'll notice that its feet are colored white and have this ethereal mist effect around them. That coloration actually covers the entire Panther when it realm shifts. Its bones turn pitch black and its skin turns snow white. The whole color scheme has inspiration in the ghostly phasing of Danny Phantom, actually, and also from the sinisterly beautiful photonegative nature of Getty Prime from Dune 2. The Panther's wings are too less physical and more like an inky shadow. The inspiration actually comes from Durz's Black Dragon from Aragon. And of course, the crimson and black crystals present in the Panther are consistent across many of the corrupted, unexistent beings in my world. But of all the features that are terrifying about the Planeswalker Panther, the worst one is actually something I can't visualize. The monster incorporates its unexistent nature into how it hunts. Its mere presence starts to warp reality, time, and space. When it comes close to its prey, instead of seeing the Panther initially, its victim will only perceive some different pivotal moment of their life, either past or future. It could be the embrace of a lover, the last words of a parent, the sight of a dying child. It's my weird little take on your life flashing before your eyes. Whatever the experience is, though, it stuns the Panther's target, overwhelming it with emotion and temporal confusion. And that, of course, allows the Panther an easy kill. From a horror perspective, I just think the idea of twisting human emotions and experiences and trauma for the advantage of dark, malicious forces to be so cool. It's just the kind of sick, twisted storytelling that horror can do so well, so much better than I think any other narrative style. As was said before, the Planeswalker Panther makes its first appearance in By Right of Conquest. My main character, Derek Corvinus, realizes that he has to brave the terrors of the Crumbling Rocks magical islands in order to win his war, and during his journey through it, he not only has to confront the Planeswalker Panther, but the torrent of trauma and uncertainty it brings with it. If you're interested in reading that book, or any of the other fantasies in my Connected series, you can head on over to my Kickstarter campaign, active right now until April 15th, or my website to get copies for yourself. I have a ton more art to dive into with you guys, and I can't wait to show you what I've been cooking up. As always, it was a pleasure, and I will talk to you all again soon.